Okay, great. We are officially live. Welcome, family of light, to Cosmic Conversations. I am Eli, and I am joined here today with a beautiful sister of mine, Elena Delendi. Welcome to the space, my sister, and thank you for being here.
Thank you for inviting me to join this conversation.
Thank you. Now, Elena is a starseed, and she is also a wonderful yogini, high priestess of light, and crystalline activator. So we're going to be talking about the starseed energy today and how you can move through these times that are here in balance and in harmony with Gaia. Okay, so should we begin? And welcome everybody who's tuning in. Lovely to have you with us here on the call. Thank you. Okay, do you want to introduce yourself a bit before we go into the questions?
Yes, sure. Yes, I'm also light worker and crystal healer. And basically, like we all, I am the divine instrument of the creator energies, as we all actually. And I work with different healing modalities, which help people to transform their lives and the spirit and connect with the spirit. I work with body movement, dance, sacred movement, yoga, crystal healing, galactic symbols, yes, and many different holistic modalities. Basically, I just help people to reunite with the soul and with the true self.
It's beautiful work she does. Elena actually means light. And those of you who don't know, my birth name is Ellen, so we're both...
Yes, both light.
Light. So we create a lot of light when we come together.
Yeah, I really enjoy to create with E because we are doing some special project which called Sisterhood of Light, and we are doing these events together, and it's really beautiful to create together.
Yeah.
I'm very happy.
Me too. Okay, well, let's dive into the questions. So, what is a starseed?
Okay, actually, I discovered about this terminology of the starseed, I think, around 2016, 2014, 16. I was feeling always some connection with the source, and since I was the child, I was feeling a little bit isolated and different than all the other kids, always thinking about the universe and how the world created and what is this everything around us. Yes, I always ask since I was like really young, and I feel a little bit different than the other children. Yes, my spiritual journey started around 2006, and I did a lot of different kind of practices. I was like into yoga, Buddhism, Hinduism, a lot of things like New Age, of course. And I think in 2016, yes, I met my very beautiful spiritual mom. I called her Biva Crystal, and then I don't know, something was activated through her, and I discovered my deep connection with the Sirius star. And I discovered basically I am the Syrian starseed. Yes, and since this moment, kind of, it brings a lot of light into my life to understand and to meet other starseeds. Basically, we are here on Earth to help to raise the vibration of Earth, to help with this transformation. This is the soul star origin. There is like some souls which came from the Earth origin, and there is some souls which came from the stars and different stars. We are not only our soul not only have the Earth star origin. Yes, and a lot of people right now who is reincarnated in the human body, but they have different. They come basically from the different stars, and we all came here to help and assist Gaia through this transformation process from the 3-dimensional to the 5D, 5-dimensional, which is like unity consciousness, love, compassion, and harmony.
Beautiful. What can you tell us about Sirius?
Oh yes, Sirius. I love this subject. Basically, the Sirius is a brightest star on the sky, and it's really bigger than our sun. And this Sirius star was connected with many ancient civilizations like Maya and Egyptian civilization, Babylonian, and many other. Even the pyramids, or in pyramids in Egypt, the famous Giza pyramids, they enlight in special like astrological connection with the Sirius star rising. And basically the Sirius, it's represented by the goddess Isis, Sirius B. It's a goddess Isis, which is the divine feminine force. It's this is the star which also represents the divine feminine energies. And there is like special days during this year when you can really in tune with the frequency of the Sirius star, and to receive this amazing Sirius wisdom from this beautiful star, and you can receive a lot of healing during these times. Yes, it's like really long subject. It's not possible to explain in like few words. I think it's better if people open, they can research themselves, and if they really have this question, they can message me.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Yeah, I always see a deep blue light that comes from Sirius, and I see it with Sirius starseed, so I see a lot of it in your energy field.
Yeah, it's like this. I even have very funny situations. A lot of time, like I did selfie, and around me like blue light, or I'm like blue light somehow. Yes,
Uh-huh.
it's blue light beings basically, with the blue light, which is also very healing.
Beautiful. Okay. And do you have any advice that you can give to starseeds on the planet at this time and going through these changes that we are going through planetarily?
Yes, it's a lot of changes right now for sure for everybody. And what I can advise, to not follow the worst scenario in your mind, create the beautiful dream, because our thoughts, they basically can manifest. And if you manifest the good thoughts, and if we will all think about like really good, beautiful future for the earth, it will happen and it will manifest for sure. And I will advise everybody to imagine our planet as a beautiful, peaceful place, connect with the earth every day, and through this connection and through the healing of the earth, we can really all together manifest new earth and new future for our beautiful planet. This is my advice.
Uh-huh. That's very powerful advice. It's the guidance I've been receiving also very strongly recently is holding that vision of new earth.
Yes, true.
Everything's coming to surface right now. It's so important
Yes.
to in those crystal
I think it's very important, because right now we are attacked from different sources with all this like low frequency information and fears and really like scary stories which can put our mental state down. But if we hold the space for the high vibrations and for love and compassion for everything what's going on around, we're really rising the vibration of the earth. Like, just try to not fall down, be high, and be with love inside you and compassion.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. And Elena is a very powerful yogini and meditator. She loves her meditation. Very, very balanced and very, very disciplined. So I really admire this about her. Do you have any practices, any tools that you can share to assist humanity through these times and in holding that vision of New Earth?
I think it's also a combination of the practice, because if we meditate and we're always somewhere up, we're not on the earth, it's also not so good for our system, because we're in this physical body. We also need to work with our physical body. I mean, the best is to be in harmony with the both, with the earth and with the sky. And of course you need to balance. For sure it's a physical practice, like basically every day what I do when I wake up, I drink glass of water, I take a shower, and then I first pray. Sometimes I do japa mala. It's called japa yoga, which is the beans, if you know these necklaces. Some people wear it. You can read the mantras. There is like different mantras. There is special mantras for the morning. I do the japa, and then of course breathing exercises. Breathing is very important. Like daily breathing exercises can help you calm the mind and be in the center. And then of course I practice yoga. I practice different styles of yoga, and right now for me it's really important to work with my lower chakras because I give birth 9 months ago, and for like almost 1 year I wasn't able to work with my low chakras, with my abdominal muscles. It basically is all like sacral chakra and root chakra and solar plexus, which is our connection with the earth. And only 1 month ago I started to do it, and it's really like vital energy and really powerful centering practice for people who are not grounded. And I work with Kundalini yoga right now. I'm focusing on Kundalini yoga, Yogi Bhajan, if you heard about this. But also I work with Hatha yoga in different practice. But my advice, just listen to your body. Don't do too much. Don't do so little, but listen to your body, how it feels, how it goes. And in combination with yoga, meditation practice, I think this is the key for your balance, for the life and balance. And also I will suggest you to have some crystals, of course, in your environment. Basically I'm also crystal healer, and I work with the crystals for the last 5 years. And I will suggest you to have some crystals at home because they're really powerful tools. And they can harmonize your environment and harmonize also your body. Basically, they are energy transmitters. They easily can receive and transmit energies. I mean, it's a very long story and long topic, but I can shortly explain a little bit. Now I'm holding the little clear quartz. Also, one of my favorite tools. There is like there is different crystals with the different colors and shapes, but I really love clear quartz because it's like an empty memory stick. Each crystal which have some color already has some information. Like if you know the pink color, it's a color of love, color for like your heart chakra, or for example the violet color, it's a color of the Sahasrara chakra, and it's good for your Sahasrara. It's like each color has information. And transparent clear quartz, it's an empty memory stick, and you can download inside this memory stick different kind of energies. Even with your thought forms, you can download inside the crystal energy, because our thoughts, they're electromagnetic, and the scientists, they already did some research. I'm talking about like physical science. They did research, like you can really transmit your thought forms, and the crystal holding this thought information. It can be, for example, energy of love. You think about love and you imagine how you transmit inside the crystal, and this crystal will hold this energy. And if you give to somebody, then the other person can receive this vibration of love. It works basically also like a water, but it's very, they don't have any resistance, and they really transmit energy what you want. And the scientists also, they use crystals in the technique, like computers or watches, also for the same reason, like energy transmitters. And basically the crystalline structure, it's also structure of our DNA. And through the work with the crystals, you also can heal and transform your DNA. Yes, it's a really powerful tool. I highly recommend you to have the crystals, and it's also a very powerful tool to balance your environment, because right now we're fulfilled with all these artificial technologies, like Wi-Fi, I don't know, 5G or wherever, your phones, we're always on our phones, and all these electromagnetic devices, then they can create they can unbalance our energy field, morphogenetic field, our chakras, and it's very important to clean all of this and to harmonize. And I will recommend you to use the crystals to harmonize all the electromagnetic devices in your environment. And I think I can recommend to use shungite. I think it's one of the powerful crystal which can protect you from electromagnetic smoke. And also I think I can, yes, also about shungite. Shungite also can charge your water. Yes, it's in short. It's a very big topic for me. We can talk a lot
It's
about
about everything, huh?
it. Yeah, we can step to another, I think, next question.
Yeah, I just want to add a bit on the crystals as well, because they've also been a very powerful tool for me, and Elena helped activate me. I've got a clear quartz here too. This is a Lemurian. But for the next phase of our human evolution, they have a lot of information as to the crystalline frequency in which we as humans are upgrading to. And this is what is embodied by so many of the galactics, such as the Pleiadians. So I actually became activated to that by spending time with Elena. We did a lot of work together in Barcelona. So I want to thank you, my sister. You provided an activation for me there for sure.
Yeah, you too. Thank you. We activate each other.
Yeah.
In different aspects of our life, and this is like beautiful exchange. This is why we met.
Yeah, for sure. So next question. Have you got any advice to give to humanity for dealing with the balance between light and darkness? Because obviously so much is coming up to surface right now within the collective consciousness. You speak about the importance of your spiritual practice and maintaining that balance. What would you recommend in how to navigate everything that's coming to surface while staying centered in your practice?
Okay, yes, I understand. Yes, basically it's shadow work, and of course each of us on the earth plane had shadows, because we're on this plane of duality, and we came here to experience this state of duality, light and darkness. Like, but we if we can perceive all of this from the galactic perspective, there is no light and the darkness. It's only when we arrive on this 3D world we separate, like our mind is separate. Okay, this is the black, this is the white. But we're here, we choose to reincarnate here to experience this duality. And of course, to come to this state of consciousness, it's take a lot of practices. And at some point, of course, we are going through our shadows, and we need to understand our shadows and to bring light in our shadows. And we need to understand, okay, yes, I have this shadow side. It's also part of me, and it's important to accept. I think what is humanity going on right now, this is the shadow work. It's like all this unconscious baggage of humanity during this 2020 just comes up, and like people start to receive a lot of information which is hidden. I think it's the same with ourselves and shadow work. Sometimes we repress something inside us that just doesn't want to look at this, but at some point it's coming up, and we need to work with this. We need to go through this, and we need to bring light on this. Yes, this is what I think, how to deal with this light and dark. But at the end, it's all game of the creator, and he created this experience, and we choose this experience. We are the spark of the creator. This is what I think, and just to accept. And I think what people need, not to be aggressive during this time, because a lot of people now start to post very aggressive information. Okay, let's I don't know, let's fight, let's do this. It's very important to have this compassion and to forgive, because they just forgot about forgiveness and compassion for each being. And if this situation came, like the dark situation, if you fight the situation, it's going to be fight, it's not going to be peace. Like, how we can deal with this is to bring compassion, love, and peace. Yes, this is how I feel and see all what's going on around right now.
And would you say the external reality that we are experiencing as a humanity is a reflection of the darkness inside of us, or the light inside of us?
I think what right now, I think everybody has different reality. First of all, your reality is manifestation of your also subconscious. For example, during this Corona time, for me and my friends, this was the time really very high time and very fun time. Like, we all start to create new projects, connection, like a lots of light came, everybody was happy. But there is the other part who came into fear and they create a reality of the fear-based. And you are own creator. You create your own reality. Even in this Earth plane right now, we can experience different multidimensional reality. It's depending on your consciousness level, basically. Like I can be on the Earth plane, but I can connect with different dimensions, galaxies, and like be fully multidimensional. But the other person who are connected with the sphere-based matrix 3D, they experience completely different realities. Yes, I think it's all a reflection of ourselves for sure. But basically what's going on Earth right now, if I can observe this fully, there is big transformation, of course, right now is happening, because this 2020, it's also kind of time shift. At some point, all this like crazy linear time just stop. Okay, quarantine. Okay, guys, please stop. Maybe you relax, think about the life, and then maybe you can create the new reality. And of course, after this stop, different people, different state of consciousness, they try to create different realities. And right now, we are at this point of different, I think, upcoming situation. But I do believe we are going to the ascension, and we are going to ascension, and the Earth going through really powerful transformation, because our beautiful sun sent us a very high frequency, and even the people who were sleeping, they slowly start to be awake of what's going on right now. And this is just through the electromagnetic connection with the planets. This is what's happening right now.
Yeah. And I wanted to mention something you brought up a bit earlier about the creator, bringing it back to the creator, bringing it back to the source. Have you got any keys or tools you can share to assist people in getting more connected to the divine inside of them?
Yes, for example, my basic tool, it's a connection with the heart. Basically, this sparkle of light, we all came from the same source, and we are the source. And this sparkle of light inside our heart, and our heart is the key for the compassion, love, and for the connection. And this sparkle of light is inside the heart. And when you connect with your heart, you really can experience very deep connection with the source. There is like really simple meditation. First of all, you can imagine your heart as a lotus flower, like golden lotus, and you can focus on this golden light which comes inside and outside. And the second, like you focus on this, and then you connect with your third chakra, which your intuition and the spiritual eye. You can imagine blue light. And then you can imagine your crown chakra is open as 1,000 golden lotus petals. And you just open your head, open your crown chakra to connect with galaxies. Yes, easy peasy. But not so easy. I understand. It's when you practice this, start with your heart. Slowly, you go deep, because all the knowledge, it's not outside, it's inside you. Like I have very powerful experience at some point when I realized I was searching for the knowledge outside myself, but through the connection with the heart, I found out everything inside. And everything inside your heart and everything inside you, all the answers.
Beautiful. I want to open the questions up to our beautiful audience tuning in today. Does anybody have anything they want to ask Elena? Maybe you can put something in the comments if you feel a calling to ask her a question. And while we just wait to see if somebody comments, I want to ask you about the DNA of the human being and upgrading that. Is there anything you want to add on the DNA?
Yes, I can add something. I mean, it's of course it's really important. Earth is changing, and our DNA also changing. Our DNA is the key of the past and the future. Of course, through the last centuries, our DNA, through like artificial technologies and some not good forces, was blockaded. But right now, again, all this knowledge of the transformation and encoding our DNA coming back, and all the information about connection with all the galaxies, with the stars, with all our power, magic is inside our DNA. And through work with DNA, we can empower ourselves. Basically, you can also use very simple practice. You can imagine your DNA structure, spiral, and just send the light into DNA, and you can clean your DNA, for example, from your ancestral line patterns, because sometimes these patterns, they block our spiritual path. Like we can repeat ancestral patterns from our family, and it's really important to clean this information from our DNA and to open up to receive these new galactic codes and new energy of light, and open up ourselves for the cosmic human DNA.
So we have a question from Berta saying, what shall we do to activate the DNA transformation?
Yes, as I tell before, yes, there is now a lot of people, I think, working with the DNA, and there is a lot of transmission on YouTube channel. I really like transmission of Steve Noble. He worked with DNA, and it's really powerful transmission. But yourself, as I told, easy way or how you can do it. You can close your eyes, you can focus on your heart, connect with yourself, and then you can imagine your DNA. And you can send the light from above into your DNA, and imagine how your DNA become golden. Like you can receive the golden DNA, and you can open up for the upgrade from the universe. Just you can tell, okay, universe, please, I want to receive the new light codes inside my DNA. I'm open to receive. Please send, and please heal my DNA, or cleanse from the ancestral patterns. Yes, and imagine like your DNA become golden. Yes, and you can focus on this.
Beautiful. Yeah,
Just be open to receive and trust.
Yes, beautiful. I also want to share some keys here that I have found useful with the DNA. The light language is a very powerful way to activate the DNA, listening to the light language. And also working with the Akash, I became activated through the Cryon wisdom, through the channel of Learl, about 5 or 6 years ago now, working with the Akasha, the Akashic records, to consciously recalibrate your DNA, where you can quite literally command the Akash to begin to transform the state of your being. You can end karma through this way. I'll give you some keys in which you can work with now as a baseline, but this is something I also work more in, so you can like go follow some of the work that I do there with the DNA. But okay, if you want to close your eyes, I'd guide you through a little DNA activation. And take a deep breath in to the pit of your stomach. And releasing. Within your body is trillions of cells. These cells are conscious and they're listening to you. At the core of every cell is the nucleus. Within the nucleus is the DNA. Within the DNA is Akashic membranes, gateways to the infinite expanse of the Akash, the Akashic records. Every lifetime is here, past, present, future, and parallel, where you can choose to harness the wisdom of your soul into your current embodiment through the Akash. So today we will provide you with some commands to activate crystalline wisdom from within your DNA into your embodiment. It goes like this. You can just repeat this in your mind to receive the activation. Dear Akash, benevolent that you are, see this new energy. I am in command. I command the activation into my embodiment now of the divine crystalline wisdom in light, in balance, and in harmony. In all that I am, into my embodiment now. These are my commands. Do this now. I've spoken. So this is another example of how you can activate your DNA. There's many different ways. It's finding what works for you and really beginning to choose what state of being you wish to take on, the galactic consciousness in which you have experienced in other lifetimes. It's all accessible in the DNA. It's all there. We trace back way back when, before the humans, Pleiadians, Lyrans, the felines. We go all across the universe. So yeah, that's a little bit on the DNA as well. Any more questions for Elena?
It's really a funny thing happened. You can see how light right now coming through the, I don't know, it's some reflection from the sun. Yes, we start without and now it's a full of light.
Wow.
Yoo-hoo! Wow, beautiful. I can shine light on all audience. Cool, yeah.
Wonderful.
Yes, we are together. We can create a lot of light, I know. But we all can create light because we are light.
Yeah, and we do. Everybody tuning in today is elevating human consciousness. This is the power of our unity. We come together and we tune in and we elevate together. So thank you everybody for being here. Elena, do you wish to add anything else before we close the call today? Any final message you wish to share with the humanity?
Yes, I want to share. I know like everybody should remember one thing. They're already enlightened and they're already light and love. And this is the true vibration of our soul. This is where we're coming from and this is where we are going. Yes, namaste.
Beautiful. So thank you so very much, Elena, for joining.
Yeah, thank you too. Thank you for invitation. It was a really nice conversation.
Yeah, beautiful. So once again, this is Elena Delendi. You can find her on Facebook and Instagram. You're on YouTube now as well, aren't you, Elena?
But it's more like just playlists. I don't have my like proper YouTube channel.
You've got
you can find actually my dancing practice there on YouTube.
Okay. So we can pop your website as well in the comments so people can follow.
Okay, thank you.
But thank you everybody for joining us today. Sending much love and light all around the world. Know that there is great light here on the planet in these times that we're in. And you were doing so very well, just simply being here on Gaia.
Thank you.
For us, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Elena.
Namaste.
Thank you, family of light. Sending much love.
Much love. Ciao.